Good morning. What's up, y'all? This is Threeway in the Morning with your host, Nye.
Live.
Hakeem Taban.
The raw and unfiltered podcast discussing your most controversial topics. First and foremost, Happy New Year.
Happy New
How
Year.
y'all doing? This is the second day of the year. I feel good.
This is our second season,
2021.
too.
I know, the first episode of the new year, and we got a guest.
Second season.
All right, so we got a lot to get into today. We got some hot topics. We got some controversial topics, and we also have our guest here. So I am going to let Hakeem handle it with the tea with Taban.
For sure.
sure?
Thanks for the send-off.
You know,
I like
we
that.
get we're professional
I like
around
that.
here.
I like that. So as you see, we got a guest here by the name of CEO-ISHHH, motivator, CEO, if you didn't know.
Okay.
An entrepreneur. When I'm going to go ahead and give CEO a little brief description of what he does, just so y'all can tap it with.
Okay.
Facts. So my name is CEO-ISHHH. I'm the CEO of Blessed Air Apparel, which is a luxury clothing line. We're currently on the Breakfast Club. We are on VH1. We are trending right now. Check us out, Blessed Air Apparel. I am also a celebrity publicist for some of the hottest celebrities in the game. Bull Bullard from the Harlem Globetrotters, Jose Guapo, A-Town, Big A-Town, and many more. Tap in with me. I'm happy you guys have me here. And yeah, let's get it.
Thank
That's
you
awesome.
for being with us. So you're the publicist for A-Town, the Good Morning.
To you.
The birds.
He came to Rochester a couple years ago, and I actually
You did.
went to Water Street and I saw him. So shout out to A-Town. So this is amazing. Yeah, we're connecting through, Clubhouse.
For
Definitely.
A-Town is dope.
You might need to give a description of Clubhouse. I think some people are still late to it and they haven't even heard about it. People are like, what's Clubhouse?
Listen, we talking to the guru
Clubhouse
right
is
here.
everything right now, man.
I know.
This is a Clubhouse guru we talking to right now. This is the king of Clubhouse.
It's just like a
Clubhouse
network app, right?
Clubhouse is this new app. If y'all don't know, Clubhouse is a new app. You go on it, it's for iPhone users right now, but it's going to open up to Android users shortly. And what it is like pretty much you connect with people through voice memos, right? But you connect with people you probably couldn't meet in real life. So, for example, let's say you're a lawyer, right? And you want to connect with law clients, you can get those law clients, right? Let's say you're a singer, right? And you want to connect with producers, you can connect with the producers on Clubhouse. So you take your network and you're connecting with the network you need. So it's a huge opportunity to make a lot of money and connect with big people, celebrities, influencers, anything in your market.
People and
That's a fact.
anywhere. It's international. It's definitely amazing. I know the first week I got on it, I was stuck on it for hours up in the middle of the night talking to random strangers. But the connections that you make and things like that, if you definitely have some type of business, you definitely should brand it on there. But we'll get back, to that in a minute, because we also have to talk about, throw our 3 cents in what the whole stimulus. I'm stimulated, okay? I don't know about
Oh, you
y'all.
stimulated?
I'm
You
stimulated.
I'm still waiting on mine.
You know what I'm saying? The first day of the year, they dropped it. Pow. I was like, okay, period, rent paid a little bit. But it's been a lot of controversy about the stimulus,
For sure.
especially on Facebook. I see a lot of haters upset about what people gonna do with their money. I'm not gonna lie, $600 is nothing compared to how long else we're gonna be in the quarantine and can't go to work and do certain things. Kids can't even go to school. But I mean,
like just the scenario that how ghetto. Dude, this isn't even like 600 monthly. This is people who make over 100K a year are debating if they should give you 600 a one-time payment. Let that
for over the last 9 months or something, like since the last one that we got.
Never mind, people are dying.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Or struggling for food or starving. We have like unprecedented food lines and food pantry stuff, like people on unemployment and everything, and it's a question of if we should give them a one-time payment of $2,000.
What y'all gotta do is flip that money, honestly. Flip the money.
You're right.
For sure.
If you have the opportunity, for sure, like invest it in something yourself.
But it's free money, and they know a lot of people are, well, let me not say that because I can't speak for everybody, but inner city socioeconomics, you know what I'm saying? People not gonna invest that money and do what they need to do with the money. If that's the case, that's a business. I've seen so many, I'm deleting so many people that keep talking about the stimulus. First of all, we making a joke about it because it's funny that y'all playing in our face.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But since you playing in my face, give me the money. Shit, it's free money. I don't care if it was $2. It's free $2 that I didn't have 2 days ago. And I'm gonna take it. But I just don't understand what the hype behind the negativity about it. We not happy about free money no more.
I think people happy to see you happy. That's what
I'm happy to see you getting the free 600. You getting the free 600. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that got kids. Isn't it 600 a kid?
Yeah, something like that.
That keep the light bill on for another month.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you like have been struggling, and like now you're on like your last month was the last month you could pay rent fully. Like, this could be your rent. This could be groceries for like 3 more months. This, I'm not gonna, rag on people. Now, if you're struggling and then you go and spend it on some bullshit like some clothes or some shit, that's when I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's your business.
You ain't got a pot to piss in, but
that's what people gonna do though.
Buy
That's what people gonna do.
That's what some people is gonna definitely do.
What was that, CEO?
No, I said that's what people gonna do. Unfortunately, they're gonna spend it on clothes. They're gonna spend it on stupid stuff, and then they're gonna be broke again. So.
And then that's what they want us to do with it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I think Trump dropping this money because he on his way out. So let me put y'all in more debt, and I'm gonna let my man and that lady clean it up.
I think I love us for real because I feel like black people are so funny. The whole idea of us when we get the check, like, yo, you stimulated.
Woke up feeling real blessed.
I mean, the sad thing is that it could have been $2,000. It could have easily been $2,000 for people that really needed it.
In fact, it's an argument. It's really wild.
Mitch McConnell, who I'll give y'all a little
with the twisted T
history lesson.
Go ahead.
Don't start with the twisted T memes. So if you guys don't know, and this was the whole confusion on when the House passed legislation for the $2,000 payment. Do we lose our guest?
No.
Okay.
It's just viewed on you.
No, his thing's black. But so the House and the Senate are two different things. The House of Representatives is right now democratically run. The Democrats have the majority there. So a lot of things get passed that they want to get passed, aka the 2000. Democrats have been pushing for that for a while. Yes, I know there was bills that they did not vote to pass because they included things like getting rid of corporate liability, so corporations could make you come into work, you get COVID, now you can't sue them, not because of their like malpractice. So that's why they didn't. So I think that's a very good reason not to sign a bill, even though it fucked everybody else. But they've been fighting. The House passed it. This is the thing. When everyone was sharing those posts about, we getting $2,000, we getting $2,000.
You know we don't read. I don't read.
That's the thing, though. I need people to read. If you're
read.
gonna post an article, read more than just the headline. It even said in the headline, House passes. So if you even don't know what that is, you should probably click on it and like get a little.
But you know what? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't read certain things because I don't believe it till I see it. So if I would have woke up with the 2000 stimmy or the 600 stimmy, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, regardless if it's $2,600 to $2, send me my cash.
Well, it's just people don't understand how our government works and how our politics work.
I mean, it's checks and balances.
Yeah,
we learned that at elementary school.
And apparently not. Apparently, there's a bunch of people that don't.
I want to get CEO's perspective on this. Like, how do you feel about
No. See, that's what I said. I was like,
can y'all see me?
I can hear you.
But we hear you. You hear. We kind of want to go ahead and get your perspective on the whole stimulus thing, and if you are receiving one, what you would do with it.
All right, that's a good question. So I look at it two ways. Y'all can't see me?
No, we could hear you though.
Someone called me. That's crazy. I told y'all. So anyway, two people called me. Right. And people always call me during interviews, but let's give them value. All right. So listen. So there's two things I would do. One, I don't think we should be dependent on our government. You know what I'm saying? Because that we live in a society where, you don't ever want to be too dependent on your government, because then they have more control over you, right? Once we begin to become dependent on our government, then they can tell us what to wear, what to do, how to act. That's one thing. But if we are going to take the money, because obviously people need the money, it's important to do the right thing with the money instead of doing the wrong thing with the money, right? I teach people in my wealth, my mentoring group. I'm a wealth coach. I teach people how to, invest in assets and not liabilities. The difference between an asset and a liability is an asset is something that's going to bring you more money. A liability is something that's going to do nothing for you. Clothes, liability. A brand new car, liability, unless you turn it into an asset. So what people should do with that $600 is buy food, because obviously that's a necessity, but also put like 300, 400 into a business. You could start an LLC for as cheap as $100, right? Okay. Start a business, and there's businesses you could start for really, really cheap, well under 600. Something that's going to create money, because in the world we live in, everyone has to be an entrepreneur, whether you want to be one or not. Now you need more streams of income because things are getting hard for everyone. So
can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
So CEO, what would you think would be an appropriate amount to give, the United States citizens to be able to really capitalize off of that dollar that they give us?
Oh man, I'm gonna say crazy.
Monthly payments.
$10,000. I mean,
it should have been monthly payments. It should have been small, smaller, like 2,000 or less monthly payments to each citizen during this pandemic.
But do you think that with those in monthly, stipends, do you think that we will become more dependent on getting those? Look at unemployment, because when they chopped that 600 off, it was like, what we gonna do now? What's happening?
I think it's hard to compare it during a pandemic, during something like this, where people's jobs are closed and it's not the normal situation. I don't think, in normal circumstances, I don't think, people need necessary. I think like housing and access to food and things, a whole different conversation.
But I was about to say that stuff we got to clean up before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? It's just hitting us even harder now to even look into we're in 2021 with the same argument about, are we going to get the damn shot, the vaccine, or how the rest of the year is going to look, with this disease or whatever you want to call it. And now jobs are still closed. Cuomo just signed something, just a little bit off topic, but he just signed something to let everybody who has parking tickets, you can't get your license and stuff suspended now. But y'all been handing out tickets all year. You know what I'm saying? Now, because y'all see the pandemic is not ending, now they just, said, okay, we're going to give you a little bit of $300 stipend for unemployment. They see that we need that stuff. But they still giving us $600. Obviously, it's not enough.
No. I mean, almost every other wealthy and developed nation has been giving their citizens some type of aid throughout the pandemic, like a monthly something. Anything would have helped, because I'm not even talking about just unemployed people. People that were working deserve some help too, because you have to factor in like kids are home, like it's been harder with school. People couldn't work as much because they have to watch their kid half the day.
So I'm gonna ask CEO, do you think the vaccine is going to put an end to the pandemic?
Oh, I think your mic's muted, bro.
Oh. Oh, wait, do you have to unmute him there?
Oh,
or no?
I think you chose to mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to mute that. So.
See, we getting it together. The pandemic caused us the Zoom podcast, but
for sure, yep.
I know that they're going to force the vaccine, especially on children, going back to school and things like that. Thank God I don't have any, but I'm going to refuse it. It's too early anyways for me. It's too early.
A little too early for me too. A little underdeveloped.
Yeah, I'm getting it. And half my family has to get it because they're first responders and everything, and shit, if it makes your symptoms, if it makes the sickness less deadly, then I'm gonna do it.
We don't know that yet,
I
though.
wouldn't have done the trial. We do. They've been through trials. I wouldn't have done the trials. I would have been scared for that.
Did we lose him again?
We did. He'll be coming back in.
He's coming back.
Well,
but
small
businesses are another thing that should have been getting help. That's another thing that the monthly, like, we should have been getting monthly stipends type thing, and small businesses would still, there's a lot of them that closed. Yeah. They could have made it if they got help.
Those who were definitely affected by it, they should have been more proactive on providing relief.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just very ghetto how they handled the whole thing.
I mean, it's very ghetto.
Very ghetto.
But it's definitely ghetto that they're gonna force a vaccine upon us that we don't even know where the fuck this excuse my French.
You can look all that up though.
I don't trust in everything I read. I don't. That's probably why I don't read certain, headlines and stuff like that. It's
good to research things.
Propaganda.
It's good to be skeptical, but you need to go with an open mind, not an already made my decision up mind.
So Karan said, what about people's jobs closing and no way they could pay the bills and they're getting evictions? I mean, if everything has to be extended, people can't pay their bills. You cannot evict people. How are they gonna pay?
Well, so I think there was an issue before when they did the eviction moratorium where they stopped. You couldn't be evicted it was like till the end of the year, and then they just extended it.
It should be illegal, just like it should be illegal with RG&E just cutting you the fuck off.
I mean, it should, but I do feel bad for whoever has to pay the actual mortgage. So now that,
but they shouldn't have to pay.
Exactly,
they shouldn't have to pay the mortgage.
They shouldn't have had to. Whoever owns the house, regardless of if you rent or if you own it, it not even like it should just go away. It should have just been added on to your mortgage at the end of the mortgage.
But here's the thing: even if they said, okay, stop, you don't have to pay us at this time, you're not going to get evicted. There was still people that was not paying their rent. You know what I'm saying? But now everything's open back up and we need our bread back. Shouldn't those people that weren't able to pay should be compensated that amount of money? Because it's not gonna level out. At the end of the day, you're saying, no, you don't have to pay it. We can't evict you, but I still want this amount of money by the end of the year.
Yep. I mean, I think it was only a big deal for landlords to get rent because they still had to pay the mortgage. Regardless of if they could not evict or not, they still had to pay the mortgage. So I understand wanting to, like, needing that to pay the mortgage. How do you pay if you have like 2 or 3 properties that you own plus your own house or something? How do you pay the mortgages for all of those without any rent? But the issue was that they still were being held accountable to pay the mortgage, which the federal government should have said, we're going to just tack on this year of mortgage onto your loan on the end of your loan. So no extra interest, no extra payments or anything. You're still paying the same amount of money that you would have. It's almost as if this year didn't happen, which is what they should have done, but of course they didn't. So then it's this big whole thing.
So my question is this is for both of y'all. Are we forgetting the extra $600 a week in unemployment? Rent should have been paid up. That's true. That is very well so true. But we can already tell from history that we don't know how to budget our money. People are not taught on, what to do. A lot of people was getting unemployment that shouldn't have been getting unemployment. So those people that shouldn't have been getting unemployment, what were they doing? Running and spending their money. Welcome back, CEO. Can we hear you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So before you left, I had asked, what would you think the substantial amount of money would be for each citizen to be able to capitalize, and then we can go into how you help people brand build and things like that, because it is part of managing money and business building and stuff like that.
Facts. That's a good question. You know what I mean? People aren't good at managing money as it is. I would say I would do increments of money, like a couple thousand here, a couple thousand here, and make it continuous.
Or something per month, like 1,000 per month.
Per month, yeah, because people are gonna blow through their money and then have no more money. So it kind of defeats the purpose. $600 isn't gonna do anything for anybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
What we deserved was something during the pandemic. Like there should have been some type of payments throughout. It's now been like 9-10 months without anything.
Right.
The last time an essential worker got any help was the $1,200 almost like a year ago.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, right? What is $600 really gonna do for everybody?
Not really nothing.
Like
Where are you from?
That's what, one paycheck at a job.
Oh, he's from Philly.
Oh, you from? Oh, so you close? Okay, you're in Philly. So like, we're in upstate New York. So the economy, what is it looking like in Philadelphia right now?
I'm in Delaware, right? I'm close to Philly, so yeah. So
Okay.
it's crazy.
Delaware,
Like people don't have jobs. People don't have jobs anywhere. But what I'm saying is like $600 isn't gonna do much for anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
But again, and we'll get into that when I answer the next question, whenever you want me to. If you were to invest the money in something else, I feel like it's gonna work better. You know what I mean? Invest the money.
Yeah, you could go ahead and answer the question. Let's get right into it.
For sure. This is the guru.
Bet. So you want to know what I do with the money or what I do for clients?
Both.
Okay. So I would take the money. I would take the $600, right, and I would start some kind of LLC with the money, right? Something, right? And once you have some kind of business, there's loans you can get. You can so I'm big on creating income through credit. So what I would do is this, right?
Okay.
So I would take the $600 and start an LLC. So now I have a legal entity. It's a company, right? Then I'm gonna go get a credit card and get business credit. I'm gonna get business credit, and I'm gonna take that business credit, and I'm going to buy vending machines. I'm going to get ATMs. I'm going to go get things that are going to create cash flow, because without cash flow, you have nothing, right? Then I'm going to just keep flipping the money, because now I have things that create income versus me taking the $600 and I could go blow that on some jewelry. I could go blow that on anything I want to blow it on, but I'd rather take that $600, start an LLC, get business credit, and then create businesses that are going to continually bring in money. That's what I would do.
Okay, so when you get like new clients, and they come to you and they say, CEO, my income is like this, my credit's not that great, but I'm interested in starting some type of business. Like I'm trying to get myself off the ground. Like what type of advice would you give that type of person? And I hope y'all listening, because he dropping some free jewels right now.
For real.
Honestly, just clean it up. You know what I mean? You want to do things that you don't always have to do credit. There's things you can do to create cash. The objective is to create cash. There's a lot of options and things you can do to create cash. Cash is king. As long as you have cash, you're good. You just got to keep the mindset. Make money, don't lose money. You see what I'm saying? So don't go buy liabilities, only buy assets. Think to yourself, look, I'm only putting my money into things that's going to make more money. That's all you got to think about. And if you keep that mindset, you're always going to make money. Right? Because if you waste your $600 on some sneakers, that's it. If you waste your money on, anything, that's it. But if you put your money into something that's going to bring money back, you're good. And then invest that money into something that's going to bring money back, and invest that money into something that's going to bring money back, and just keep going. You know what I mean? You could look. You could start a clothing line. I got a clothing line, right? You could start a clothing line with an LLC. Boom. You can make a shirt for $10, right? And you can sell your shirt for $50, right? You just made a $40 profit, right? Okay. That's what you call an asset. That is not a liability. Then you take that profit, right? And you could do it again, and you could do it again. And then you can invest that money in something else. Then go buy something else that makes money, and just keep doing it.
I don't think I hear him.
I don't think so either. And I think it's important that he's dropping these jewels, because I see the frustration in people making the statuses on Facebook. Like, y'all just gonna blow y'all money. But instead of talking down on people, educate them. You know what I'm saying? Let's educate each other on why it's important to not go blow the stimulus. And I understand why, somebody that's working. I'm a hard working person too, and still go to work and still struggling through the pandemic. But I still want my $600 too. And I think that some people can't separate that. And then, like I said, get on the part of education. He just gave us a whole mouthful of how you can capitalize off just $600.
That's free advice.
Imagine if you had more. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to get into some more questions with you, CEO. Can you hear us still?
I think he hears.
Can you hear us? Did we lose
I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. just tell us how you got into brand building and managing artists. And I do still want to talk about the power of Clubhouse, because it is a definite networking tool. And yeah, give us a little synopsis
Facts.
of
So
who
yeah, I
you are and where
started
you
as an
came
artist. Yeah, facts. I started as an artist, a music artist. I was signed to Busta Rhymes' manager, special ENT. That
okay
gave me the ability to tour, to meet a lot of different big things, celebrities and things like that. Bow Wow, Chris Brown, the list goes on.
hey
Photography from Brianna Latrice from Growing Up Hip Hop, and I just met a lot of people and networked with a lot of people as an artist. As time went on, I went to school. I got into business. I went into marketing. I took a break from music and really fell in love with business. Business was everything for me. I wanted to teach people about business because it's one of my passions. Just like music was one of my passions, business is more important. It was like a big passion to me. So I got into
okay
business and marketing and things like that. And then from there, I just wanted to teach other people, and I wanted to be known as a mentor and a coach. I wanted to help people accomplish their best lives.
okay
Nice.
As far as the
I don't know if y'all
celebrities,
know if he dropping these jewels.
facts. And then I had the relationships already from being in the industry, from knowing these celebrities and things like that. So it was easy for me to connect back with them, and people saw how good I promoted myself. Like when I was 18 years old, I was on Vlad TV. You know what I mean? I did a lot of things when you go back and research me. And then
okay research them.
yeah, facts. I had these connects, like, and then I just
Can we
people
put
like,
his
yo,
information below, like pin it?
For sure. I'm definitely gonna put his Insta, his social handles, all of that.
facts.
I think we can post a comment right now if you want.
For sure.
Pop it up on the
So
thing.
what I did was like a lot of people weren't good at marketing themselves, and I was extremely good at marketing myself. So I was like, look, if I could do it for myself, I could do it for other people. So I started
Right.
doing it for other people, and I made a career out of it. And that's just again one of my businesses. I have 3 other businesses, but that's the PR side of it.
Dope.
Awesome.
I'm telling y'all, these are quality jewels, right?
Yeah.
These
So
dropping bombs.
how did y'all get connected on Clubhouse? Because I was jumping in and out of rooms. I was talking to some ladies in Dallas. Um, some of the like
Well,
networking.
I don't even know. I just ran into Hakeem, and thank God I did. Like, he's my number one moderator. Whenever I do a celebrity event, I bring in Hakeem. Like, I'd be like, yo, Hakeem, I'm backed up. I don't like, because people, my room be crazy. I'd be like, I need your help. Hakeem, come in there and take everything over. Like, it's like a moderator god, bro. Like,
So
he's technically gifted.
because we be in there a little shy.
Oh, I was so shy. I was so shy.
Definitely. I'm about to
So
introduce
what
you.
type of room do you moderate? And like what, everybody that's on Clubhouse, if y'all want to drop your handles, follow, things like that. But what type of room do you moderate? Like y'all do?
facts. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so different things. So the other day, we're shooting A-Town the Movie Part 2. We just shot A-Town the Movie. It did over 2 million on WorldStar. So we want actors and actresses to be in Part 2 of the movie, A-Town the Movie. So we did a casting call on there. So Hakeem helped me with that one. I'm in the
I thought y'all did a casting call.
Yeah, for real. It was crazy. I'm in the Industry Connect with D Castro. Shouts out to D Castro, one of the biggest groups, if not actually the biggest group on Clubhouse right now. So that's going crazy. Dumb stupid. I got CEO Mike Jones on that. It's crazy. So
who?
Just a lot of different
Mike
things.
Jones.
Yeah. And anything I can think of, we do. You know what I mean? We just want to put out content on there and network with people.
Definitely.
For sure. And all his rooms are definitely bumping. I moderated a few, and it gets hectic, but a good hectic.
There's also, it's weird that, like, there's networking, there's like the business part of Clubhouse, and then there's like the
weird part.
Yeah.
Like, the weird part.
It's weird.
But and then the moaning. That's what I was gonna say. Like, was Lakeith Stanfield on there moaning to people? Because I love him.
I spoke with him actually on one conversation.
Yeah. He be popping on there.
I don't want to get too deep into the topic.
Okay.
There's a topic someone wrote if slavery was Black Africans' fault, and he just randomly popped up in the room.
No.
They got a little weird. He was cool.
I don't think you
cool
could say. I don't think you could say it was Black African or African people's fault.
I don't even know. He looked like the type that would jump into a type of room like that. But it's sometimes hard for people. How can y'all separate like the rooms that are just for like follow? We're trying to capitalize off this, get our followers up, or the ones that really come in here, drop some jewels, help? Because there's some rooms that I get into, and there's 1,000 people waiting and 100 people, and it's the same people just talking and really trying to get themselves up. It's kind of like it's becoming like a popularity contest, kind of.
You better make sure your headline says what you are attracting, because I jumped into a room that was like, what two people on here would you fuck go? And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this.
It's not the one.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So there's like the business part and the other part, and then there's the weird moaning and who would you fuck kind of thing. So
let me say this. Let me tell you how stupid people are, right? So we're in a pandemic, right? We just talked about people are struggling with money, right?
Right.
So we're struggling with money, right? And you have an opportunity. It's a brand new app where people are making so much money on this app, right? You can connect with clients. You can meet people who can change your life. You can meet celebrities. You can meet people who could potentially hire you for jobs. And you're taking this app and you're going to rooms about who you'd have sex with or just stupid stuff when you could be making
hours.
It's stupid. Like there's so much money that, bro, I'm not even gonna speak how much money I made on that app already. Like you could make so much.
So give us some promo tips. Like this show is exclusive on Boss Set Radio. And I need some promo tips.
Promoting what? Yourself, your brand?
On Clubhouse, period. So I guess before we go into some promo tips, like how do you get in Clubhouse? And people are really selling invites. Like
it's me.
Clubhouse.
Me, I'm people.
Clubhouse,
well, you can just get in.
You have to be invited to Clubhouse. That's the first thing. You gotta be invited.
You invite me or whatever.
Well, no, like I literally was on there, and then they had a couple people, and it was like, "You want to boost?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not it, boost." And then you text me like, "Thanks."
Well, people aren't being nice, and they're like, "Just kidding, I'm gonna sell my fucking invite, bitch. It's $5 to boost."
No, even more. People been selling for hundreds.
I'm about to. Yeah, I got 100.
Well, you know what?
I think, but definitely how piggybacking off of what CEO said, I never imagined that I would make profit off of this app. Just off of graphic design alone.
Networking yourself.
Networking myself. You never know who in the room. Hey, I actually need help with that flyer. I need help with it. I actually need help with editing.
I actually need to make my logo. That's a different conversation. But.
Hey, you get the 3-way discount?
Nah, I'm going to pay him. Family pays family. That's the thing. Sure. Full price.
So do you get a lot of people in your family or friends that you know, CEO, that wants handouts from you?
All the time.
Discounts on clothes?
All the time.
How do you?
I'm more for giving people an opportunity. People will always want a handout, but they'll run if you give them an opportunity. See, that's the problem. It's the mindset. Like people always want free things, but people don't want to work. People don't want an opportunity to put themselves in position. You see what I'm saying? Like people won't go on Clubhouse and do the work and network with people, but they'll just want money, or they won't. If I have a business opportunity for someone, they won't take that, but they'll just want free things and free money. Nah, I'm not letting nobody use me. You know what I mean? Like,
I like the idea, just not the.
You don't have to. I hire you to get a job. Like you can do something.
To touch on that, I keep seeing that goddamn LLC meme going around about get you an LLC, and then all of a sudden you make profits. And some girl commented on the thing and was like, "Step 1, get an LLC. Step 2, 4 question marks. Step 3, profits." Like all you gotta put in the work. Yeah, you have to do so. You can't just like get an LLC and then like, oh, okay, now I can write everything off. And I'm like, you have to pay taxes. It's a whole thing when you have a business. And I don't know. It's just funny. People think they can just start an LLC, do nothing, and make profits and write off their rent.
You need a product.
What's the business you're trying to start?
I'm getting into wholesale real estate.
Oh yeah, that's right. We'll talk about real estate.
I'll actually tap in with you. You know, I got my We can talk about that.
Okay,
Talk about that.
Brandon and whatnot.
But
just to piggyback off what he was saying, how people like the idea of getting money but don't want to work for it.
Right.
What's the saying? If you teach a man how to fish, if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach a man how to fish, he eats forever.
Or you could lead him you could lead a horse to the pond, but you can force him to drink. I mean, that's the same thing with the stimulus check, though. Sure. Everybody want. Like you said, getting crab legs and the rubber weeds or whatnot. But when it's time to work for it and it's time to go back to work, it's a problem. So we definitely have to change that as well. But
I have something else to touch on about like the government and everything. For one, we don't support working people. Our government is very corrupt.
Of course
very
not. We support rich people
by corporations. Weird. I have a few actual figures to tell y'all because we apparently Mitch McConnell doesn't want to vote on the $2,000 checks because he thinks.
Let me ask this: is it okay that people are making like death memes for him? Like, is that a little?
I shared one. How long does a tortoise live? 150 years. And then Mitch McConnell's age.
So death is okay. People are literally sending like PayPal's, Venmo requests for him. For like $2,000.
They just vandalized that other lady house. I don't know who
Nancy
she is.
Pelosi.
Yeah, but why they is over some fun?
Sometimes you got a little rowdy.
I think memes are funny.
I think they'll be trying to kill him.
Yeah, I just want him to die on his own, but I want him to die now.
Yeah,
on his own, peacefully.
He's
old.
You see how she flipped that?
He's older, so I mean, I just retire. I don't know. He shouldn't be in there. He's literally not even letting the Senate vote on the House passed $2,000 bill because he thinks that then that's socialism for the rich because then people who don't need it are going to get that $2,000.
I mean, how can he say who we all need it? I feel like if you made under $100,000, you need it.
Exactly.
But what's wild to me is
he won't even let it vote.
At a certain age, they should be forced to retire. How is someone born in the fucking 40s making decisions for?
Look at the Supreme Court justice; they died.
But yet, so they have an issue with $2,000 and people who might not deserve it getting that $2,000, but they have no issue passing tax plans that give huge breaks to corporations. I have a few bullet points. The tax plan that was passed in 2017 that affected 2018 taxes. I have a few. These are just a few. There was 84 Fortune 500 companies that paid $0 in federal income tax. That's less than you paid, less than me paid.
Did we ever even get to see Trump tax transcripts? Did we ever get to?
Hopefully he gets. I think New York has a suit against him because he's evaded taxes. So I just can't wait. But not only did some of these companies not pay anything in federal income taxes, they got tax rebates. Amazon paid $0 in federal income tax in 2018 and got $129 million rebate back from the country.
That's wild.
After not paying anything.
So that means Amazon
when
could
you get your
pay their
refund,
workers more.
Yeah.
Actually, while we on that, because I know CEO is an entrepreneur and has businesses. What is your kind of experience with taxes and your opinion?
It is called corporate welfare.
As far as what?
As far as like how to, like, I know you mentioned building an LLC. How do you recommend as far as filing taxes, getting a tax break? Just doing it correctly.
Just be mindful. Yeah, be mindful to always put money aside for taxes. Obviously, I know that sounds crazy, but a lot of people don't do that. And also, the good thing about it, if you have a business or a corporation, you can write a lot of things off. So, if you're doing something business related, like let's say it's a dinner or a lunch, you can write that off as a business meeting, as long as you're doing business at the meeting. You know what I'm saying? So, just be mindful. You could take trips and do a lot of things. You know what I mean? But incorporate it around your business, because if you do something as a sole proprietor, that's one thing, but if you have an LLC, there's a lot more write-offs that you can use. So just be mindful of the benefits that you get as a business owner.
People definitely need to make sure they put away money for taxes. That's something that drivers on Uber had an issue with, because they're like, oh yeah, this is all my money, but you get taxed on any income you make. And if you work through a company, that company is going to report the income they gave you.
I feel bad for the people that did not take any taxes out of their unemployment.
Oh God,
they're gonna be some
it's about to hit y'all.
Motherfuckers.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Come around because there's a lot of people like, no, y'all can take y'all taxes off the top. Government, Uncle Sam, whoever you need to be. They done got Wesley Snipes, but they won't get Donald Trump for tax evasion. Like, I don't
They will.
get
I
it.
think. I hope. God,
I doubt
so.
it. You know how much
Very ghetto.
money, like it doesn't make any.
Well,
any
going back to what he said about the writing off business meals and entertainment and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The fucked up thing is that it used to be 50%. You could write off 50% of your meal, or like there might be some like things that you can exempt the whole meal or something. But they just passed in this new bill that they just passed. They're allowing businesses to now write off 100% of their meals and entertainment, and that includes, like, this is the thing that you keep seeing, the 3 martini lunch. They can go to lunch, have like 3 alcoholic drinks and whatever, write the whole thing off as a business expense, but you have to pay for all the little people, we all have to pay every cent in taxes. They take every dollar they can.
A lot of people work under the table. That's just what it is.
But yet businesses, big CEOs and big corporations can write off Donald Trump wrote off $70,000 for his fucking hair care the one year.
And that shit looks stupid.
And you have terrible hair. Like, what the fuck? That's just beyond it to me. Like, he got to write off more than triple what I made in my year. In the whole year, he got to write it off on his fucking hair because it's a business expense. That shit has to stop. I'm over it. I'm over all these corporations getting money, getting rebates.
Okay, she gonna get into her politics.
You don't pay anything in federal taxes, and then you get millions of dollars back. Fuck you.
So what does that mean for us as a working people? CEO, I'm gonna ask you. Working people, we ain't getting no tax breaks, but we trying to capitalize off of our businesses, and we're trying to become entrepreneurs in 2021.
But that's the thing. That's what I talk about in my mentoring group. Like, we can have those tax breaks. We just have to take them on our own. It's just knowledge. Like, see, the rich and powerful know secrets that we don't know. That's it. You know, they know things that we don't know, and they do things that we don't do. And because they do things that we don't do, they get further ahead than we do, right? So all you got to do is empower yourself, learn, and just do what they do. You see what I'm saying? Like, the world's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to get the knowledge. You feel me? Like, you gotta get the knowledge and do it. Like, those same tax breaks, we can do them for ourselves, but the working class doesn't know that. They're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, the average person just goes to school, goes to college, works a 9 to 5 for the rest of their life. They don't start a business. They're okay with the mediocre life.
I'm tired of working. I'm tired.
Well, it sucks because
we could do that too. Like, they could do that too. They just don't know that they can. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, there is a certain threshold. You have to, as a business, you have to have a certain amount of employees to really get the big tax breaks. Like, Netflix got paid 0 in federal income in 2018 and got 22 million back. That's because there's a certain amount of money you have to make in order for it to be. It's almost like trickle down economics for corporations. They're like, oh, we'll give you this money back because you're gonna invest it in your employees and make life better.
They
and
won't
they
do
don't.
It for
no, they
small
don't.
businesses.
Exactly.
So what about this? I know that last year they were handing out small business loans as well for the pandemic.
They did,
but then a lot of businesses still turned around and closed
because it's a small amount of money, and it was only for a short amount of time. It wasn't a length that could really sustain any business.
For sure. And while we're on the topic of businesses, I do want CEO-ISHH to go over some of his upcoming projects and businesses before we close out.
Definitely.
No doubt. So let me start. So we got the celebrity PR right now. Boom. So if you want to hire me to be a publicist for your brand, for your business, anything you got going on, hit me up. CEO_ISHH with 3 H's on Instagram, or CEO-ISHH with 3 H's at gmail.com. The second business is Blessed Apparel, which is my clothing line, luxury clothing line. We are currently on the Breakfast Club. Shouts out to DJ Envy. We are on VH1 right now. Blessed Apparel, one of the biggest up and coming clothing brands. So we got Blessed Apparel. We have my PR company. I also teach people how to make money, how to do wealth coaching. I have a free mentoring group that I offer. Hit me up for that. And sky's the limit.
Hit him up, y'all. Go follow him.
Hit him up, y'all. And it's
What's your
quality. I
name
check the site.
on Clubhouse? Because we got a lot of Clubhouse thoughts. No, I'm serious. They be on Facebook. Follow me on Clubhouse. Follow me. So all y'all, that's
It's just
utilizing
CEO-ISHH with 3 H's. CEO-ISHHH.
HHH.
ish.
For
3
sure. And I could
H's.
definitely make sure to put in all his credentials.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
we
to follow
definitely.
him. His clothing brand, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Dope,
but
though.
I do want to say, yeah, Clubhouse. I wouldn't have met him without Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So what were you? You was making money off of the
doing.
No, he networked. He found clients. People like commissioned him for graphic design and stuff.
Yeah, so like they need like one of the big ones is intros for like the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
Another big one was a girl who had a bunch of shows and she wanted me to edit them,
Mm-hmm.
so she can publish them to her YouTube.
Yeah.
She didn't know how to cut.
Oh, you booked and busy.
Oh yeah, booked.
Period.
Well, that's the thing is like networking isn't
And then
just
it's word of mouth because they're going
networking.
back. Oh yeah, go to this guy. He just did mine.
Yeah, and then it's like your social media handles are right there.
Mm-hmm.
I got so many follows.
Speaking of, I'm telling you, I'm not even active on Instagram, but now I have to be just because of the social following I'm getting from Clubhouse.
People are gonna think though that they can just hop on Clubhouse and make money. It's not about making money off of Clubhouse. It's about making money from networking with people and getting those connections, and then them either commissioning you
have
or
to actually do something.
Yeah, you have to. It's you're making money because you're meeting people that you wouldn't have met, but you still have something to give. You have to provide a service, provide a good something. So you can't just go on Clubhouse and sit around for hours and talk to people and make money. You have to have something to give them.
Like I jumped in the room from a group with some ladies in Dallas, ladies in Atlanta, some hairstylists. I ain't no damn hairstylist, but I'm trying to connect because I go there often and I need somebody to do my hair. You know what I'm saying? It's very, so I did ask CEO about some promo tips, how to like bring yourself on Clubhouse or give us some promotion tips, especially for people that's, like I said, trying to capitalize off their business this year.
Thing is also, first of all, make sure you have a brand outside of Clubhouse, because all Clubhouse does is it leads traffic. It's a great place to create traffic.
Exactly.
Like my Instagram got blown up through Clubhouse. So make sure you have a brand, make sure you have a business. I had talked to people in some consultations that didn't have businesses, so they were getting all this traffic from Clubhouse, and it was like, what are you marketing? You know what I mean? So make sure you actually have a product to sell and capitalize off. That's the first thing. 2, get on there and make strong connections. Don't go on there and joke around and go in stupid rooms. Go there to actually, promote what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really important. And then other than that, just make sure you're talking to everybody. You never know what people do. You never know who people are. Everything is networking. Like, that's how
you never know who you may be in a room with.
You don't know who in that room. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's everything. And then if we're talking about how to brand yourself outside of Clubhouse, that's a whole different thing. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why I said you have to have a service or a product to provide. You can't just go in there, have people follow you on Instagram, and then what? What are you doing?
People be in there making friends. It was a room for just introverts.
Right.
Baby, I didn't just follow you, just like yourself.
Exactly.
This is for networking.
Right. I need something. That's the point, right? That's the whole point.
Right.
And what I want to do is, before, I know we got a few minutes to wrap up. CEO, was there anything you wanted to bring up? Anything you wanted to plug in?
Any upcoming projects?
Upcoming projects, or just anything you wanted to leave on the end of note?
So yeah, we're filming A-Town the movie too. We're looking for actors. We're looking for actresses. We're looking for makeup artists. We're looking for anything whatever you do. And
you shoot? Where y'all shooting this?
It's not even, honestly, it's up to me. I haven't decided. We shot the last one in Pittsburgh, right? I'm trying to find. I'm thinking about Vegas.
Oh, I might have an actor for you.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. I'm thinking about Vegas. I'm thinking about a couple locations. We're probably gonna shoot in March. So I'm just trying to find the best location right now for that goes with the theme of the movie, which I'm still writing. To continuation. So anyway, so A-Town the movie 2 is coming soon.
Okay.
Look out for Blasphemere Apparel and many clothing stores around the country. I'm going on a Blasphemere tour coming soon. I'm just working on a lot of huge projects, so you're gonna see me on everything.
Super dope. And I know you mentioned you were a music artist before doing most of this. Are you going to dabble back into music, or is that something you just pretty much given up, or do you do it on the side?
No. I have music coming, but I want to be known as an entrepreneur first. So I'm establishing myself as an entrepreneur. You're gonna know about my businesses way before you know about my music. That's coming way later, but it's coming.
Okay. So do you sing, rap, you produce?
Both.
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 Okay.
Don't.
All
Yeah,
right.
we also
We gonna,
you
okay.
produce your own beats? Ew.
So we gonna wait for that to come out. I think that was it for this week. Did anybody want to add anything else before we wrap it up? First and foremost, thank you, CEO-ISHH, for coming on here, dropping some jewels. Our first show, second season of the year.
Come on.
Our first virtual guest, also.
Yeah, this is our first remote guest.
Awesome.
It was, just imagine like confetti and stuff
Thank
coming
God
out.
for technology.
For sure. When I do want to ask, just to reiterate, thanks CEO for coming. Definitely learned so much from just knowing him from just about maybe less than a week.
I know.
Or a week or so.
Right.
Learned so much networking, branding.
I know what to do with my Stimmy now.
Moderating. Yeah, I know what to do with the Stimmy now.
I'm saving it. I'm finna capitalize off it.
Let's get this business.
I ain't blow it.
Let me sell these $10 shirts for $60.
Right.
Get my little $50 profit. For sure.
Right.
Thanks for coming. Did you guys have anything to add?
No.
All I say is to people in other areas, take part in your government. Please vote
And wear y'all masks, y'all. Wear the mask.
Yes, please.
The New Year's parties was off the
Please wear your
chisane.
masks. Y'all wild.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the Christmas and the New Year's Eve spike coming on top of the Thanksgiving spike that's already happening.
Did you see Facebook?
Monroe County is struggling right now.
It was like a corona bubble at the New Year's party, but I was partying with y'all from watching y'all lives, but
in my house.
Safe
and sound.
Y'all wear y'all masks because we ain't trying to be cooped up in the house this year. Okay?
Let's get it over with this year. I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm tired of it.
But you know,
get your vaccines.
No,
okay, bye.
Talk about
that.
Bye. All right, y'all. We're gonna save that for next time. Make sure y'all like, subscribe on YouTube. We're definitely gonna plug CEO-ISHH information in. If y'all need him to help y'all branding, manage anything, make sure y'all definitely hit him up. This is some free jewels y'all got today. So I hope everybody has a happy new year. We're gonna start 2021 right.
And thank you for listening to Threeway in the Morning. Always.
Hey.
Always.
All right. Thank you, CEO.
Thanks so much, CEO. Definitely appreciate you coming by.
All right, everyone. Tune in next week.
That was you.